Oh my God. Hi, everyone. Welcome on in. You know what it is. T1D Tuesday. It's kind of awesome that we do this every week now, right? But y'all, we're here with Ray Bay Plays. And to get started here, I'm actually going to read to you what I wrote up to intro her for this year's Blue Heart Award. So Ray, for your reference, chat, was our number 10 top fundraiser this past year. So coming in at number 10 is no surprise to anyone here at Breakthrough T1D Play. It's the ultimate hype woman who is down for anything we throw at her. Ray Bay Plays. Ray Bay, aka Rachel, was diagnosed with diabetes at the age of 3 and started volunteering for JDRF, now Breakthrough T1D, with her family soon after, proving what it means to be an advocate for an invisible illness like T1D. She has lobbied at the New York Capitol, participated for years in the walks, been a youth ambassador at multiple galas, been a camp counselor, and advocated in various other ways in her local community. A D&D loving, chaotic, and wholesome force of nature, Ray has also been participating in Breakthrough T1D Play events as a streamer and Ready Type 1 ambassador since 2020. Some highlights of Ray's time include being one of the first of our community creators to join our advisory council, serving as a 2-time matchmaker on behalf of our sponsors for November and Creators for Cures, joining in on countless community game nights, winning Ambassador of the Year during season 5 of our Blue Heart Awards, where she was also the first to ever secure 3 Blue Hearts in 1 year. I think you still have that, by the way. No one else has done that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't want to like brag or anything, but I think maybe, which he always is, trailing right after me at Krillin.
Yeah.
IRL and
God, be original.
What a pose.
God, what's Krillin? Anyway, I'm just kidding. She is the GOAT. And of course, raising over $14,000 towards Breakthrough T1D's mission. It was a little shy of 4 last year. That is absolutely insane. And then, a minor footnote, you did meet the love of your life through this program. Whatever.
You did.
Who cares? So close to the wedding.
25 days.
I remember writing that up and I was like, wow, like you've done so much at Breakthrough T1D Play. It's actually pretty insane.
It's an absolute pleasure to do. I wouldn't change it for the world,
Yeah.
And I'm glad, not that I'm glad that shutdown happened, because obviously that was a very scary time for all of us, but I'm glad that the events that took place to get me through like COVID shutdown happened the way they did.
Right. It all works out. It really does. Also, I have to say, your background looks really nice with like the Tiltify banner and then like the blue heart. That looks really cute. Wait, is Pikachu wearing the hat?
Yes.
Shut up.
Pikachu is wearing
This is like a game of I Spy. I love those books. Love those books.
We have
gorgeous.
Rufus is over here. I actually cover him a little bit by accident, but he's got the blue heart.
As long as Ruby is up there, I'm fine.
Ruby is not up there. Ruby, what? I gotta keep Ruby close. I gotta keep her.
I guess so.
Needs to be right next to me. She's stuck to a string.
Oh,
she's
Ruby.
right next to me
I love
at all times.
Wait, what does the apron say again? It says like
beating diabetes with hugs and love. XOXO.
Oh, so precious.
Like she's the OG.
She is.
Like, I know Rufus technically is, but this is my OG.
Ruby, for those of you who don't know, the last time we chatted, she shared, because when she was first diagnosed at 3 years old, which is absolutely insane. Also, in the interview when I watched, you were talking about how you got the Anastasia doll right when you left.
Oh, yes. Yep, that was
in the gold dress.
Yep.
Because you were telling the nurses and stuff your Christmas list, because it was on the holidays. Right after you came out of a coma, like you went into your Christmas list.
I was like, okay, girl, like, listen, I want the Anastasia doll. I need some Legos. I need this. I was just
girl, that's what she wants, okay? She knows what she wants. But we still need to do something with Ruby. Like, I feel sad that that just did not become a thing we did. She is from a different time, but we need to bring back that time. But first, before we jump in, talking all things Ray and following up on things from the last interview and just life, I did want to share a really exciting mission update, because I don't know if everybody saw it / I haven't posted about it in the Discord yet. But there was the first islet cell transplant performed with Latidra. I can't, Lantidra. And doctors at UI performed the first islet transplant with Lantidra. Sure. Is that it? I don't know. The only therapy.
I'm saying you're right.
I mean, that's right. That is right.
Science words are hard. He's right. Krillin is right.
And who makes up the names of this stuff? Like, they want me to struggle. The only therapy approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to treat brittle type 1 diabetes. A 69-year-old man from Illinois received the therapy in August 26 and subsequently was able to stop taking daily life-saving insulin injections, which is amazing. So the difference between these, of course, is this is like donor islet cells versus, beta cells that are made into islet cells. So
yes, claps in the chat.
We love that, right? I wanted to actually follow up. Are you still on the Omnipod and Dexcom?
I am. I have literally both on my arm.
Thank
you,
the same
Krillin.
Arm now?
Yeah, yes. So mine, for some reason, line of sight just like doesn't work for me for some reason. I think my doctor told me that I should be able to do it a little bit better now, but there was like a manufacturing thing. But I just put them automatically close to each other. I put them front and center. That's just like always what I've done. Because I find that like not only with other diabetics in the wild, as I like to say, but like the normies, they feel more enticed to ask questions, and like if anybody's going to answer them, it'll be the hype woman for Breakthrough.
Duh.
But like one of the big things that we talked about last time was like how ashamed I used to be when I was younger, and like I've tried to make it a point to like be like, I'm not ashamed now, and here I am, and I'm Ray Bay,
You are Ray Bay. And the sweetest thing you said last time. I mean, you're always so nice, blah, blah, blah. But one of the best things you said was like, I want to go forth in life and say at all times, like, would younger Ray be proud of me? And that was so powerful to me. I was like, oh, that is such a great way to go about it. Cause I'd asked you about how you stay so positive. And you were like, I really just kind of base it in that and like trying to make sure that I'm doing the right things for younger Ray and other younger Rays out there that are struggling with type 1, just like me, who maybe didn't have a role model or someone to look up to.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, if you see someone in the wild that has a pump and you're like feeling a little ashamed of it, like I never saw anybody in my community that was like wearing it out and proud, like, and I would go to events and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm diabetic. But it was kind of that like, I have a wall here. I'm going to say I'm diabetic, but I'm not, like, don't come near me. Don't talk to me. Don't do that kind of stuff. And really like that switch in my brain, like when I was like, okay, this is the time, this is now. I am going to make a change, not only for myself, but for others. Like that was, and I feel like everybody kind of gets to that point. Like this is not just like a Ray Bay experience. I think we all just kind of get comfortable. And I think like also the first step of like being on the stream team or doing a fundraiser, that is just as important as like what's going on now over here. Like even like raising $1 matters, So I want to also point that out, that you don't have to be like, oh, my insulin pump's out. Oh, this is out. Even just saying, okay, I'm going to do $100 goal for this year for NDAM. That's just as important as like wearing your pump out or, speaking out.
All different forms of awareness. Awareness comes in all shapes and sizes. I love it. Oh my God. But one thing I wanted to follow up with you guys on was your podcast. Is that coming still, or
it is coming? It's happening.
I know you guys did like artwork and stuff, right?
We did.
Yeah.
So the problem was that our basement wasn't soundproof enough. So it's soundproof enough for like us streaming and stuff like that, but we couldn't get the sounds correct. Update. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
We are just at this point trying to get, because we want to do like live streaming and record it.
Yeah.
So it will be like 2. So we're probably going to record a couple episodes, put them up, see what the interest is, and then do like live streaming on Twitch.
Smart.
But I do, he will take credit for this. Krillin was a little apprehensive and we were still trying to figure things out. So it is coming.
Yay.
We have some like the first couple episodes kind of mapped out. We just got to like just sit down and do it.
And it's called Type 1 in Chat. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah. Type 1 in Chat.
I'm excited. Please keep us posted. I figured it was coming. And you obviously have a lot going on right now. So
there's a lot going with the planning and stuff like that with the wedding. So yeah, that also was why it took a backseat a little bit, because we were like trying to buy the equipment, and then we're like, oh,
you have to buy a wedding.
No, well, the equipment for the recording stuff. So we were like, yeah. And then we were like, we actually probably should spend some money on our wedding that we owe. Since the photographers coming and the bands coming, we probably should write those checks a little bit.
Our once in a lifetime party. Over this podcast. That seems fair. What has been giving you hope lately being a type 1 diabetic? You know, you've been one now, what is it, 28 years, 27 years?
Yeah, like something like that. Because I turned 30 in August.
Wow. So 27 years.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So I think watching advancements, and this is you guys are all gonna be like, this is so cliche, she doesn't actually mean it, but I do. Watching other diabetics get to the point that they're like happy and healthy also gives me hope. Which it's like I see people on the stream team and stuff like that. I think the reminder that like I came from one spot, I got to another, and I can help other people get to that spot is really what keeps me going. And also like the diabetic Barbie. Like I'm sorry, that was the coolest like thing that's ever happened. I never imagined in a million years that would actually like happen, and just to see it, and like you know, the little girls in the community that I know that like got to have them, like it was just so incredible to see that. So so I was like, precious. The door opened. I don't know if Chuck was
Krillin
coming.
said, Chuck is on the way, dears. Chuck is on the way. I love what you said, though, about just seeing other people get wins, too, and management. I think, too, a lot of that comes from so much of the tech advancements, which we talked a lot about last time, how it's made people's lives so much better. So it's really, really sweet to hear you say that, because also there are so many people in our Discord talking about how they've gotten things under control, or they just got a new device, and it's so wholesome.
Like I know that I'm not always like, because I'm chronically online a little too much, so I try to limit.
Relatable.
But like when the little like, because I have like the Discord that comes up anytime somebody messages, like that's the alerts that I get. So anytime it's like, oh, my A1C is like a 6 point, you know, whatever, I'm like, yes, like, and Curlin can attest to it. Like I'll be like, I'm so proud of them. Like, I'm sitting here like, I don't know these people in like IRL, you know, but I'm sitting here being like, they did so well. Like I'm like, did you hear? Like, did you see so and so said they got their A1C down? Like, this is the conversations we have. Like, I'm so serious.
That's like your gossip. You're like, did you hear that they got their A1C down? Oh my God, this is true. Yeah, of course it is. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all.
Listen, I would be throwing full parties for everybody. Like, you know, you can have an A1C party, and that doesn't even mean like if you don't have the perfect A1C, you got it down from a 13 to a 9. Bring the balloons. Let's go. Heck like we're going. You know, so
that is important thing to point out too. Like it's important to celebrate all of the pieces, not just like always being perfect all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, the time, we always say like the time and happipiness, you know, is so important too.
Yeah.
I love that.
And there's just days like sometimes, you know, like I'll look at my like A1C in the little app, like for Dexcom, and I'm not happy with it. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? We had a bad couple of days. That's it. You know, like it just, I feel like that's more important to establish that like it's okay to have a couple bad days. Like I know the doctors aren't going to tell you that, but Ray Bay, the newly named Barbie is telling you that it is okay.
They literally made a Barbie after her, so listen to her. Okay, listen up. Okay, I swear. So you know, since we last chatted, you were talking about kind of obviously you're talking about, you know, helping little kids and especially teens, because you found that to be a really difficult time for you. Did you did arthritis camp again this year, right?
I did. Yes.
Oh my God.
That's actually where I got sick, unfortunately. But
of course,
yes, I did do it again. Yeah.
Tell us how that went. Because you used to do a diabetes camp too. Was it like sugar?
It was called Sugar Free Gang. That was like the support group that met like once a month. It was like the first Tuesday or Wednesday a month.
Yeah.
And then they did like a summer camp that was just a day camp. So I never went to I went to one overnight diabetes camp, but we can get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did like a day camp with kids, and we had like a teen program and a younger kid. So like the teens would come all day, but the younger kids we'd have until like 2:00. And by all day, I mean like 5:00. Like we just sent them home for dinner. But that was like really like, cause I was around the same age as these teens. Like I was only a little bit older. but to hear the difference like that they were making, and then like hear my own experience and like be thinking about it. But I think it is important to listen to stories that are similar to yours, that are not similar, and that are completely like from left field. So during that camp, we met like an Olympic athlete who
Oh,
was
heck
like,
yeah.
yeah, so he was a skier. I can't remember what Olympics he went to though. I can get Chuck will know. Chuck will know when he comes down.
Chuck!
But like, so his story was that he had to test his blood sugars every like, it wasn't every 5, but it was like every 7 minutes. Like he would get off the course, check
Wow.
it, go back on. And I was like, that's crazy. I'm not really going to do that. But that is important to know that like if I ever was at that level or want it to be like
Right.
closer to that, like that would be the mindset I'd have to get into.
Wow. Every like few minutes. Oh,
Mhm.
that would have been, I guess you really have to be on top of it and know where you're
Yeah.
at all times.
And then he went to the Olympics after, unfortunately, and had a low blood sugar during his
Oh,
run.
of
Yeah.
course. Of
So,
course.
yep.
Hasn't diabetes taken enough? Come
Yeah.
on.
But I was like, what a cool, like, I wouldn't even think about that though. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
14-year-old Ray was not like, yeah, I'm going to be an Olympic athlete and I'd have to do
Right.
this. So, like, hearing that story was very important.
Yeah.
But yeah, the echo chambers do get, a little like not great at sometimes, but I think echo chambers in that kind of way.
Yeah. No, it's always good to hear from. Apparently Chuck was changing. Is Chuck got a fresh shirt on or something for us?
He does. He's
Oh
here.
my God, Chuck!
Come on.
What's that? That looks like a familiar person.
It's Chuck! Chuck!
I'm sorry.
Chuck!
I have to come down a little bit.
Here, you gotta
Hi,
put this. You want to hear
Chuck.
Monique?
Hello.
Hi, Chuck. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You've raised such a beautiful
So this was
human.
the man that did
Oh, thank
all
you
of
so
my
much.
diabetes stuff
I
growing
know.
up.
My
So
God, I
this was
can't
my
believe we're
insulin
talking.
pump at 3 years old.
A living legend. Chuck, I heard about how you used to go to school and teach everybody with the mini med,
Correct.
the teachers and stuff. What was that like for you?
At times it was very rewarding, but to have to keep continuously reminding people became frustrating.
Yeah.
So and also with some complications with Rachel's arthritis part, it was very hard for people to understand that there had to be a balance between how she was feeling and pain management plus
Right.
diabetes management.
So complicated.
Mhm.
Well, thank God she had you in her corner to help, because the last time I talked with Ray, she said that, maybe a grandfather had type 1, really weren't sure about it, like, or some
No,
sort of diabetes.
my grandfather had type 2.
Type 2. Okay.
So
Got
when
it.
she was the night before she was actually diagnosed, just like every part of our lives, our primary pediatrician was not on call.
Of course.
Okay, so we had called, we got the another practice, and they basically said, do you think she has diabetes because of what was going on? And not knowing anything about type 1 diabetes or anything, I said, well, it's possible because my dad had type 2 diabetes. So basically that night, the doctor said, well, I really can't have you go to the hospital with the information I have. If it gets worse, please call me back and I will send you to a hospital.
This is 3-year-old Ray.
Yeah, 2.5-year-old.
Two and a
Ray.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So the next day, my ex-wife brought Rachel to the pediatrician, and they diagnosed her, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Mhm.
What were you thinking when they had to put her in the coma and all that stuff? What was going through your mind?
Well, I think that in one way it was very positive. I didn't know much about diabetes. But in another way, I was furious the next day when I woke up and they said, oh, Rachel's out of the woods. I'm like, well, what woods was she in?
Right. Oh my God.
And they were like, because of the fact that the blood sugar dropped so fast, they were worried about the swelling of the brain.
God.
So
which it did slightly, right?
I'm not really positive.
Mom tells the story that it did start
Slightly.
To swell. So it's put into a coma.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when we were down in the ER, and they were basically saying, well, you guys are comfortable. There's not going to be any problem. There's no room upstairs in the ICU. And we're like, okay, no problem. So after one more blood sugar check, the nurse came in and she goes, we're going upstairs. And we're like, okay, yeah, there's room. And she goes, yes, there's room. They just found room for us. So we went. And the person, I don't know what, an orderly, I don't know what you would call the person who was pushing the bed. And she started to get violently sick. And they're pushing in the elevator, and he says, do you want me to stop? Because maybe she has motion sickness. And she goes, shut up and push. And the second that we got up to the ICU, everybody dropped what they were doing
To help
and just
her.
came to Rachel. Yes.
Yeah. Oh
And the
my
nurse was getting
God.
screamed at, like, did you give her insulin? Did you give her? And she's like, no, just diet ginger ale. But yeah, but that was the frustrating part of that whole night. But I guess in a way it was a blessing that I didn't know how serious it was until the
Right.
next day.
And you could freak out later.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
Yeah.
I was giving my Christmas list.
Yeah,
to the
of course.
nurse.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta
So
take
she woke
note.
up. We actually were offered a room probably about 4 a.m, and she woke up at 4:30. So they didn't wake us up to 6:30 or 7 o'clock. So we went in and Rachel's given a Christmas list
I
to the
love that
doctor.
so much.
Yes, yes.
And you got her the Anastasia doll she wanted.
Yes.
MVP, parents. MVP.
Well, after 27 and a half years of what's it called, I have a little, I hope nobody else invented this, but a little riddle for you.
Okay. Oh God.
I just thought of it upstairs.
God. Oh
What's-
no. I'm really bad at riddles, Chuck. Don't put me in the
Okay, well,
spot.
that's what's it
Well,
called.
chat can also
Okay.
answer.
Okay.
What's the difference between type 1 and type none?
I'm not.
Well, of course it's the N, but if you turn it upside down, it becomes a U. I know, a little corny, but
Oh my God, chat. Somebody clip that. Yes. Oh, Chuck, you're a star. Why didn't we should have had you on sooner? Chuck, do you want my job? Do you want it?
No, not right now.
Do you wanna do more
I
of
think
these
Rachel would like
interviews?
that. Sure, I will do
I
them.
would like to co-work with Monique.
Yeah.
My
Right.
whole day would be if Monique
No, I
called
would.
me,
I would love to do
Rachel.
something, some Q&A or whatever
Oh
you
my
want to
God,
do.
Chuck, we need to. But Chuck,
Okay.
I do want to ask you. I don't want to make you sit too long on your knees
That's
there.
fine.
What are you most proud of with Rachel? How she's come so far of having
Right.
this disease, arthritis, so many other things in life. What are you most proud of as a parent seeing her endure?
I think that seeing her endure is what we're most proud of. And to be able to be resilient through the ups and downs and keep going. I mean, life, I'm sure with anybody with type 1 diabetes is not a cakewalk at all. So being able to do that and with the help of a support group called Sugar Free Gang in the Capital Region, and becoming involved in their camps and stuff like that. She was shown people who overcame type 1 diabetes and pursued what they were doing. And we always said, what you need to do is keep working hard. And sometimes, and give you a good example. I used to fly a blimp around the arena for hockey games.
Chuck, what haven't you done?
Pretty much anything.
Okay.
Everything.
Like,
But so I used to.
Thanks. Sorry.
So
Fly
I
a
used to
blimp.
fly this thing, right? So it's remote control, fly it around. We drop coupons to people who would come to the game, and I would take her to the games, and I'd be like, "Now watch what happens." Because you'd be right behind the net, right? And everybody's like working really hard, nothing's working out, blah blah blah. And all of a sudden, you see the puck drop right in front of the net, and the guy's eyes went right before he put it into the net. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no matter how anything looks, you need to keep going. And maybe that puck will drop right in front of the net and you will score.
I love that.
I think Rachel has that too.
She does. I would say she's so positive and such like a bright light in our community. So kudos to you, Dad, because you've obviously done a great job with Rachel here. And you've gotten her also so involved in so many different communities. Like you've helped inspire that too, because you've been so involved as well. Like you used to do photography at walks and stuff, right? And participating in galas and camp. I mean, so kudos to you for also getting so involved and being such a big part. And Chuck, I'm your biggest fan.
Well, thank you so much. And I appreciate what everybody's doing.
Oh, okay? Thank you.
Keep up the great work.
Do you have any signed photos that you can send my way?
I do not, but I will pick some up if you want.
I would love
and
one.
You too. Do the same. I would love to have one of yours.
Oh, please.
I'll put it right next to my, who is it, Kaylee? She's the diabetic person with diabetes that plays golf.
Oh, Carly. You know, we were just talking about the Olympian, the skier. Do you remember his name either?
Yeah, I don't remember his name either.
I'll have to come. Chris, but
I'll
we'll get you those names.
But anyways, I'll put it right next to my picture that says #1 diabetes.
I think I have an old senior photo that I can write a little tribute to.
Okay, great. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too, Chuck. Thanks for coming down. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye. Your dad, can I just Chuck? Hearts for Chuck. What a sweet man. He reminds me actually of my dad. I think they would be best friends, not gonna lie. But he is so proud of you, Ray. I mean, you guys must have such a special relationship after all you've been through.
Yeah. God. I mean, he did, fall down the stairs a couple of times at 3 a.m. getting me low snacks. So I think I have to, I have to give him props, Give him
the tribute he deserves.
But yeah, we have a really good bond because he was the voice of reason in that time when I was going through the struggle. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
With all of his metaphors and all of his riddles.
He's got a story for everything. Yeah. One of those people.
Yes.
But that's also good. It adds some life.
We love
and
diabetic
spice.
dads around here. You know what I mean?
Diabetic dads. We have quite a few diabetic dads in chat. We were actually talking about last time about how you guys felt like you got lucky that you had a doctor that was asking the right questions to figure out that you had type 1 when you got diagnosed. So clearly that stuff makes such a big difference. But also thank you for the raids, everyone. I'm so sorry. Yes. We were talking to Chuck, Ray's dad, and that takes priority. So okay, we stopped everything. Also, I love that he changed. I love that he changed for that little chat. That's so wholesome.
I think he was wearing like a Buffalo Bills shirt, which is so funny because it was sports.
The Buffalo Bills shirt,
which they are huge supporters of Breakthrough, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
Listen, I'm a big fan, and I became an even bigger fan when they were like, "We're giving tickets away," and I was like,
"Excuse me,
where do I sign up?" Yeah, for the walk this year or
I love
auction.
That. Oh, epic. Well, thank you for sharing Chuck with us. Thank you for wrangling Chuck Krillin.
He might have to wrangle the dog. They were play fighting. That's why I kept reaching behind.
Honestly, the whole scene, it was like, paint it for me, please. Take a pic, save it forever, mental memory. The dogs having their little fight, Chuck on his knees trying to tell a story, talking about pucks and hockey with the headset. It was perfect. There's the Krillin I see. Okay, so since you didn't put it in the Discord, tell me what is in your diabetes bag, your go bag.
Okay, so my go bag, if it's like just like I'm going to the store, obviously my cell phone.
I learned that I should have asked short term, long term.
It's okay. We it's we make it more complicated. I feel like when their answers so short, like if I'm just going out of the house, it's my phone, and then I usually have some type of low snack. It's usually a granola bar or like a juice box or something. It used to be Smarties. I have a traumatic story about that. I can get back to that story if you'd like
Smarties.
to. It's funny now, but Smarties used to be like the go-to. Like we would just have because it's easy. You can
they're so small.
Yeah, there was a gymnastics story. I had a low blood sugar during that.
Oh my God.
But my long term, so like if I'm going like for overnight, so like when I used to go for the weekend or whatever, I usually bring a box of pods, a thing of insulin, a full thing, because I'm not doing the little bit. The whole vial. And then usually like a backup, like basal rate type, whatever I use at the time, because it's changed every single time I went to his house. But yeah, and then like if it's longer than that, if it's like a week, definitely a Dexcom, definitely a whole box of pods, maybe like a 2 extra, and then like low snacks for the plane or whatever. Because I'm obviously if I'm
How
going
big is
away
a
for a week.
box of pods?
It's usually like this big, so just sits at the bottom of my bag.
Takes up a chunk of space.
Yeah. But you gotta make the space.
I mean, that is the priority. Yeah.
So I will admit, I used to like just leave the house for like a day and not take anything. That was in my rebellious era.
Teen.
Teen era. I was just like, I'd have the insulin pump on my thing, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. See you later. see you, mom and dad.
Poor parents.
Yes. Pep will tell you. He was like, excuse me, you don't have anything with you. I'd be like, I got my pump. I'm good. It's on my side. What else do I need? I got $5 if I go low.
$5.
Yeah, I'd be like, I just stopped somewhere and get a soda.
Wait, okay. What happened with Smarties though? How did they do you wrong?
Okay. So I want you to picture this. It's middle school Ray. Okay, so a little bit bigger than little Ray, but not as big as teen Ray.
Yeah.
I was a competitive gymnast for a year. And I had gone low during practice and walked out of the house with nothing other than my insulin pump, because this was like kind of the start of it. And my mom goes, okay, let me look at my purse. Well, there was an opened one on the bottom of her purse, and we had nothing else. So I had to eat the dusty, crusty Smarties from the bottom. And she's like, it's fine. As she's just like forcing them into my mouth. I ate so many like fuzzies. It wasn't even funny. And from that day on, I cannot even... The only Smarties I can eat are like the sour ones or the ones that turn into bubble gum. I don't even know if they make those anymore.
I don't even think they make those anymore, but
I just can't.
That does sound not fun. But that also...
Smarties and I are not friends anymore because of that moment.
That is also such a snapshot of 90s parenting, if I've ever heard it.
Just eat the candy.
You're fine. Like everything will like, this thing has been out for hours. Sure, it's fine.
Dust it off.
We don't know any better. My mom would have done the same thing. You're fine. You're absolutely fine. Oh my God, I've had bottom of the purse candy for low when I was a kid. Yeah, that sounds
it's
so
like a core
relatable.
memory, I think, for anybody that,
Some
anybody
parent
in their 20s
was like,
probably have a story.
Crap. Hope to God you have it in your purse. Moms always have to have it in their purse too. The mental load.
Yeah.
I always had to.
I do have to say, Krillin did make fun of me. I had a piece of candy, and he's like, "This is literally from Christmas 2 years ago." And I was like, "What if I go low? What if I go low? It's there as a backup of the backup." Okay.
What is this candy?
It was a squished Milky Way, like the Christmas little mini ones. He was like, "You need to throw this out.
Get a fresh piece of candy. You're an adult. Like, get a fresh piece of candy."
I was holding on to it. I don't know. It was my emotional support backup candy, I guess.
Oh my God. Okay, that's the second T1D Tuesday in a row. We've talked about some emotional support food.
Yes.
Last week we talked about emotional support sandwich. This week it's an emotional support Christmas Milky Way.
Now I have the emotional support like gummy bears in my desk at work.
That is actually
and they just
really
sit
cute.
There, and the kids every single time they're like, "Can I have it? It's been here forever." And I'm like, "No, that is."
I love how
that
they're
is
keeping
my
track of how long it's been there. They're like, "I bet I can have it."
How
soon.
do you know that I'm not like switching it? They're like, "No, it's been there since last September."
Kids will keep you honest.
Yes, they will. Yep.
Oh my God. So are you still doing special ed?
So my role has switched a little. So now I'm with the at-risk students. So I'm not a full social worker because I have not finished my master's degree.
Right. Because you did that
but I'm
before COVID, you were.
So literally when COVID shut down, I was in school for like 3 months. And then I then had to go to online school.
Right.
And we do not match because if I'm at a computer, I'm like, I need to play a game, which then goes into the story of how I met Krillin because I was so distracted. And I was like, Twitch, let me look. Who's live right now? And then found Krillin. So I haven't officially gone back, but so my role is like a pseudo social worker because we're on off campus thing.
Oh, sure.
But it's an alternative to kids that just don't do well in traditional school. So we have a lot of bean bags, lots of snacks, which is why they know what's been in my desk.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you've had this for 2 weeks now. Why are you eating it? And I'm like, okay,
don't put me on blast like this. Come on, it's just a Tuesday.
Yes.
Oh God, what do they know about your type 1?
They know that my pump makes noises. They know they can ask any question. However, they did clock me the other day because they were like, your pump hasn't moved and it's day 4. And I was like, what? Because I was letting it like run out. Like I was just like, oh, I'm too tired this morning. And they were like, that's day 4. That's day 4, Miss M. And I was like, okay, all right. And I had to like literally, they were like, go.
Oh, change
Go.
it.
Yeah. Yep. I'm like, are you going to report me back to my mom? Like, what is
love
happening?
that so much. They're keeping you on your toes.
Yep.
They care about you.
And it was funny because like my pump went off, so they thought I was low because they haven't officially figured out what the alarms are. They just know when it goes off, it means Miss M
Something
like
has
needs to
to-
do something.
Yeah.
So one of them had me last year, and she knew that I like ran into my mom's classroom and like got snacks. So she's like, I got an Uncrustable. And I was like, no. My blood sugar is high. It's okay.
Is that girl an oldest child? Like that was screaming
No, she's
oldest
actually
child.
the youngest. She's
Oh
actually
my
the
god!
youngest, which
She's
is
like,
the
I gotta
funnier
take
thing.
care of everybody. Here's my Uncrustable. Oh.
Yep. And then like another kid came running out to like yell my name for something, and she's like, she's busy. No. And I was like, okay, girl. All right, we're good. So yeah, they're like they call me their bestie. So yeah, she's like, you're my bestie, and I'm making sure that you come to work tomorrow. I literally didn't come. So I was sick, obviously, for Friday. I was like to the point that the infection like was making me throw up.
Yeah.
TMI. But she was like, was it diabetes? Are you okay? Are you going to be okay? What do I need to do? And I'm like, we're good. But yeah.
You don't need to do anything, sweetie. Oh.
I'm like, just keep being you, just keep me on my toes. Let me know when my pump's going off.
She cares so much about you. I love that. I think that's such a good reflection of just you, like these kids are
funny
invested.
Like I'm just me. Like this is like the Ray you see on stream is the Ray that goes into work. Like obviously like I'm not like swearing and stuff like that because I do a little bit online, but the kids just like they genuinely like just appreciate like when you are yourself, because they want to be their genuine self.
That's true.
Which is like what I do at camp too, is like I start the week, we have like a talent show, and I do this like the kids put their hands behind the hand, like
yes,
and they're feeding like they make breakfast, and they're like I have whipped cream all over me and stuff like that, and the kids are always like, I felt safe because you did that. Like I knew that I could have fun at camp. Aww. Like they'll come back to me their senior year, and I don't like continue to do it just for that reason. I have fun with it, and it gives the kids like an icebreaker that they talk to me, and then I'm not as bored the first day at camp. But like it's just like nice to know that like when these kids do truly care about you being your genuine self, I don't have to put a show on for them,
and they know it's a safe space. Which is so huge. I mean, God, of course.
And then when they come back as a counselor, they want to do it with me.
Of course, you're a great teacher. Like you have perfect skin, great teacher. Ray, thank you so much for joining me again.
Thank you for having me again.
Of course, it was nice to like check in and circle back on some stuff and like corporate language. Circle back, yeah. But also you have so much going on right now. You're getting married. I'm sure when all of that is done too, we'll have to regroup again. And hopefully we can hear more about your podcast. We'll just do this
once every 4 months.
That sounds great.
We'll just put it on the book.
I was hoping once a month, but
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, listen, say less. Say less. Don't threaten me with a good time.
We do need to do another game night though, ASAP. Got to get that on the calendar. But again, thank you so much. Now 4-time Blue Heart Award winner. Absolutely insane. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for being a great friend, great supporter, and just such a big part of this community. It would not be where it is without you.
Thank you guys for making it easy to do so.